Everybody is struggling to write an exam and leave the country. Don't be deceived. Doctors actually do not have money. And I know it's not even only doctors, it's like all professions. Like there are not even jobs available. Even people that have jobs are not well paid. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Dr. Hilda, and my YouTube channel is about health and lifestyle, where I give you all tips on common health conditions to enable you live healthier lives, and I share interesting aspects about my life. It's basically a space where I just want to give information out, share information, just to save lives and the rest of that, and just show you my life experiences, give you ideas on where to have fun and the rest of that. So if it's your first time here, please consider subscribing. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming back and watching my videos. It means a lot. You're the realest. In this video, I'm going to be doing something a little bit different. I want to just talk to you guys, just random, while I do my makeup. This is basically a get ready with me video. Not a makeup tutorial or anything serious. I just want to do my makeup. It's not even anything serious. I want to film a sit down video, but I just want to talk to you all while I'm doing that. So sorry, I'm looking down because my makeup things are down here. I'm looking down to get them. I want to talk about this thing that has just been happening, like doctors leaving. A lot of doctors are leaving the country, and like, why are all these things happening? Like, it's just a talk, nothing serious. So if you notice these days, a lot of people leaving, like doctors leaving Nigeria, is actually a lot. Leaving to other countries, like for better work opportunities. There are different reasons. I just wanted to discuss with you like why people are actually leaving. And like the sad thing is that the country is not even really doing anything about it. So like stop. So I have very oily skin, so I'm just trying to rub my oil block so my makeup can last longer. So the country is not really doing anything like addressing this, like rather they're still trying to make doctors frustrated. First point is that first off, this is a vicious cycle because the workload is so much and we have really little workforce. There's a lot of brain drain. You see someone, a doctor is on call every day, house officer is on call like every day of the month, the registrar is on call every day of the month. It's really frustrating. There's this picture that's been trending of like a call roster with particular hospital. I'll put the picture somewhere around so you can see like how is it possible that one person will be on call like from the first day of the month to the end of the month? Like, are you not meant to have a life? And it's getting worse because the more people are leaving, the more the brain drain, the more the work, like the workload for the people remaining. And then it's still very discouraging because it's making people want to leave and more people are leaving and it's just getting worse and worse. Just waiting for this to dry. It's actually really frustrating. Apart from this brain drain, less manpower and more work, even people that are staying back to work is not encouraging because our facilities don't even have infrastructure. Like if you want, maybe there's an emergency and the patient needs a CT scan and you hear that a CT scan machine is not working, like you might have to, let's say you're in Jos and the CT scan is just not working, you have to travel to Bauchi State for a CT scan. Like it's just all these things are just so tiring. Like if you're traveling, the patient can even deteriorate more and get worse. So like even the infrastructure when you want to do your work, there are a lot of stumbling blocks. Like let's not even talk about the big instruments, like things like a cannula being available, plaster. You're looking for sample bottles to collect the patient sample. It's really frustrating working here. Like you have to always like the things that are even draining your energy. It's not even the actual medicines, the other things surrounding it. Like imagine you spending 30 minutes moving from one ward to another just to find a sample bottle. So like the system, the just even the little things that we can do, they're not doing it. Even the infrastructure, like a patient that really needs this test or needs this procedure, like you do not have it available and like you just see a patient suffering, it just doesn't give you that job satisfaction. Okay, I think my face has dried. It's going to look a little bit white. Another thing that follows suit entered my mouth. Another thing that follows closely is the level of poverty in Nigeria. There are some procedures that you would want to do for a patient. They can't even afford it. Like they can't afford the treatment you're offering. Because you can't even blame them. The poverty level is so like people are barely struggling to eat. People are struggling to keep afloat. Not talk of when you now tell them they have to pay hundreds of thousands for a procedure. If you've had a hospital member in like admitted or had a surgical procedure or any major medical procedure done, you would understand and you can relate that it's actually really difficult. So it just gives you that it doesn't give you that sense of satisfaction. Like it feels so good to be able to treat a patient. Like there are no like surrounding factors that are working against you. Do you understand? And even if like you want to help people, how many people are you going to help? You end up spending all your money helping people. Level of poverty. And like it's just so sad that these things are not things that are within our power. Like for all these things to be adjusted is like we need like the support of the government. It's not just one man thing. Like you can just wake up and begin to help somebody. Even if doctors can they cannot pay for everybody. That's just the thing. They can't pay for everybody's hospital bill. You could see somebody frustrated just because of 5,000 naira. Yeah, you think 5,000 naira is not a lot, but like, I need to find my face for this to dry. Sorry, I need it to dry quickly. So you could see somebody being frustrated or cannot do a particular test. You can't even make a decision. You're just frustrated. It's just sad. These are things that are making people leave. I know it's really sad for people to be leaving because we still have our parents here. Like if all the doctors leave, who will take care of a family member? But all these things are really frustrating. Please, I'm not a makeup artist though. Don't judge my crude methods. Okay. This is really hard doing my eyebrows and talking. So I'll just do it off camera and come back, okay? So see you guys when I'm done with my eyebrows. You guys won't believe it. I was actually talking and talking, and I didn't even realize that my microphone was off. The struggles of being a content creator. Thank God I even realized because it's the day that I filmed the whole video and there was no audio. Oh well, as I was saying, I'm done with my eyebrows. I think I've rubbed my foundation. I'm just trying to blend in. So as I was saying, like it's so sad. Like I don't think doctors are even so happy and excited to leave because even if you're excited to leave, you still have your family members here back home and they still need care. So if there's an emergency, who's going to take care of them and the rest of that? I was in internal medicine. When I was in my internal medicine posting, I had like only 4 registrars in the whole of internal medicine. I mean, that's medicine as a department. My registrar was on call like every day. Like in 2 weeks, he'll get like 2 days off. Like, how is that realistic for someone that has a family? So he went on leave and we're sad because means more work for us, the house officers, and the rest of the people, even the senior registrar, more work for them. 2 days into his leave, he sent us his resignation that he's not going to be resuming back. I'm sure he actually did not want to leave, but you get like it's just so difficult working in this kind of environment. Seeing patients suffer, like I mean, you too, you're suffering. The annoying thing is when patients come to the hospital, like a teaching hospital, which is the tertiary level of care. It should be a point where you can't even send patients away. Like that is the what will I say? Like this is a place where when other places are overwhelmed or they have a situation that they can only make sure my mic is working. They have a situation they can't handle, they refer to a teaching hospital. So imagine a teaching hospital telling you that there's no space. Where do you want the person to go to? And then you see patient's relative, you see the patient suffering, patient's relative really sad, crying, probably even insulting the doctor and saying the doctor is mean. I wish people could just understand that it's beyond us. Like it's actually the system. We should address our worries to the system. Like the government has to do more really. It's just so sad that these government officials, they have so much money that if they have any illness, they're always flying in and out of the country. They're not even in the country, like they do not have, sorry, it's really difficult. I'm using my front camera to film and it's really difficult, like trying to look at the camera. I know I should be looking here, not at myself. Sorry if I keep looking at myself. I try to look at the camera. So it's very easy for them to just fly out of the country. But one thing they don't know is that if they're actually traveling on the road and there's an emergency, they will actually rush you to the nearest hospital. And that nearest hospital may not even have a doctor because everybody has left. The government has to really do more. And that really big problem is the money. Don't be deceived. Doctors actually do not have money. Yes, you might be able to live a life, eat, but like you do not have extra money. And the society actually makes it worse because it's already in everybody's head that doctors have so much money.
But I'm gonna tell you something.
Tell you, like doctors are barely surviving. And if you're about to come into the medical profession, like because of money,
Pull up.
you do something better, like maybe go into a business, something else, because they actually no money. If you have a family and a doctor, like paying fees would finish your money. So imagine all these things that you have to deal with. Then the fact that you're now broke, you do not have money. And I know it's not even only doctors, it's like all professions. Like there are not even jobs available. Even people that have jobs are not well paid. So it's just really sad. The government really needs to do more. I wish there could just be a movement about like the health profession in Nigeria, like the government taking it more serious. It'd be nice not having to go through the stress of writing all these exams because medical school is already a lot. But everybody's struggling to write an exam and leave the country. It would be nice to be able to stay in your country, help your fellow Nigerians, like serve in your country, make Nigeria a better place than like everybody living. I just wish that one day things will be better. The biggest problem of it all is that the country doesn't even see this as a problem because they are not the ones using these health facilities. So they don't even know what people are suffering, like what patients are going through when they come to the hospital, the bills they cannot pay. Excuse me. The bills they cannot pay, the uncomfortable like words, all those things. They don't even see it as a problem. Imagine someone saying there are enough doctors in Nigeria. How are there enough doctors in Nigeria when everybody is leaving? The health insurance system is not good. A lot of expensive tests, like people are still paying for them, they are still handling their medical bills out of their pockets. How is it going to be? Because even like developed countries, people rely on insurance, health insurance, and the rest of that to like pay their bills, all these expensive investigations like CT scan, MRI. But like in Nigeria, the health insurance doesn't have a wide coverage, just very little people that are benefiting from this insurance. And even people that are even benefiting from this insurance, there are limited things that the insurance covers for, like important things like some procedures, some tests are really expensive, you would still have to pay. So if the government can just make it better, make a better health insurance system that has a wider coverage and covers more procedures and more tests and more drugs, it will just be better. This is just a sad topic. It is a sad topic. Oh, I think the take home of this video, like if you just have somebody in the government that can make things better, please talk to the person. Like even if you can afford, what am I even doing? Even if you can afford going abroad for medical procedures, like there might be an emergency one day and you would actually need the Nigerian doctors and Nigerian hospital, and like that's little time will actually save you from losing your life. You can imagine even working. I think I've said that in another video I was talking about like house job. and like you do not have core food, like you're still struggling to eat, like you have to buy food, look for food. When you're on call on Sundays, like there is no place to buy food, like you would literally be hungry. It's not even funny. Like there are so many forces working against this thing. The sad thing about this whole thing is that we are far from healing. You have to be able to identify your problem. Like the first step, actually identifying your problem. After identifying your problem, you can know the way forward. But the people that have the power to change and make things better do not even see this as a problem. They have better priorities like stealing money for their generations to come and the rest of that, which is completely unnecessary. Because if the system is working, you do not have to be struggling and thinking for your unborn children. The system works. Your unborn children are going to be fine. Rather than your priority being to make the system work, your priority is to steal money and leave the system to be bad, so that when your children come into the bad system, so when your children come into the bad system, they have something to use. Like misplaced priorities. This is just a rant. If you're a doctor and you can relate to these things, just share your experience in the comment section. Even doctors cannot even afford their own medical bills. Like if you have a relative that has, let's say, a chronic illness or an illness like that requires a lot of that has a lot of financial strain, you can't even afford this because your pay cannot even afford this. It's just sad. Let me finish my makeup off camera because I'm just ranting and I'm not moving forward. I'm almost done. Just put my lashes and my lip gloss. That's basically it. I'm not doing much. I'll see you when I'm done. So even as I'm making this video now, yeah, I'm done with my eyelashes. I'm still struggling to fix it and they don't come off. Even as I'm making this video, like there are lots of patients relatives, a lot of patients waiting outside, like at emergency departments, like in different hospitals, waiting to be admitted and telling them there's no space. It's just sad. Like some people are basically sleeping outside ill because they actually no space to even bring them in. Like they have to wait a while for there to be space for like the patients in the currently in the ward to be discharged before they can get a space to be treated. It's just so sad. So I'm trying out this red lipstick. Even this red lipstick, I do not even have the courage to rub so much. I'm just a lip gloss person, but I just want to try something different, like at least color. So the main thing about this video is that if you're in power, or if you know someone that can help to make the health sector better in Nigeria, please really need your input. You need your say. Like talk to, if you have any family member and you're watching this video that is in power to make things better in Nigeria, please do. And I just hope that it gets better one day, and like a place where doctors are comfortable to serve and work in this country. Because I mean, like if you have all the doctors leaving the country, eventually who's going to be treating like the rest of people left in Nigeria? So I just pray that we're able to get to that point where people stop leaving the country. Like they're better, not even just doctors, like other professions, like there are jobs available, there are things better, there are better working environments for people to be able to stay in Nigeria and work. Well, if you've stayed to this point, thank you for listening to my rants. Thank you for staying back and enjoying this video. If you have anything to say, just leave it in the comment section, okay? I'll see you in my next video. Thank you for watching. Feel free to watch my other videos. Like, comment, share, the rest of that. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and turn on the bell icon so you get notified when I post a video. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.